was these allegations of claim farming when you were trying to get this off the ground, the voice of a survivor, where it was almost like they were saying that you were pressuring the victims to, for compensation, for kickbacks to make money. It was like you were pushing them into making up some form of story to try and get some money out of the system. So
I love this story. You know what I love about this story? Because those same people who are accusing me of it had all been coming undone. Like
Hayden.
the main person was a bloke called Warren Strange, who was in charge of an organisation called No More. They just got sued for giving people wrong legal. You know what? I tell you what, the universe fucking looks after me. Everyone that tries fucking me over gets fucking brought undone, and it's calm. And they approach, and how it come about, they approach Australian story. I love it. I sit back and love how the universe works in regards to these people. So they make up. Let me tell you something. Claim farming don't apply to me. I'm not a lawyer. I only apply to lawyers. But I've never approached anyone. I get approached. I can put up ads on social media and go, that doesn't mean anything. I just tell them people what we do. I'm not ringing them individually. And that's what claiming farming is, when you ring someone and go, I know you got abused. Come and do it with us. So what I do is I put ads out, and then people come to us, right? And I've always done it that way. And I've never needed to claim farm. Like, we'll process 50 people a week. So no, I'm not that desperate. But what it was these fucking bunch of private school boys up in Brisbane who thought I was out of my lane, And one of them used to be a friend of mine. And the work, and I was drawing all the work away from them. All the survivors were coming through ours and not going to them. And they were seeing that so they brought in this, and it's just, I fucking love it. I love this story. I love people asking me about this because I get to tell my side of the story. And my story and their story is two different things. My story is the truth, and theirs is just a fucking resentment. And so the main offender was a bloke called Warren Strange, who headed some fucking parliamentary inquiry and just lied through his teeth, produced a fake document that had I had everything on my letterhead. I had my letterhead, not even my real phone numbers, not even, and I was saying we're invoicing at $19,000 a client. Later, she's not even close to it. And we never got a right to response to it. It was just a kangaroo court. But Queensland and what happened, this inquiry was meant to improve the treatment of survivors. It made it actually fucking worse. They're not getting processed. When we were around, they were getting processed. But all these little sniveling fucking things, they're all coming undone. They're all getting investigated for claim farming. And one bloke, his last name rhymes with turd, right? And that's what I'll leave it at. And people who know, right? His last name. So he was like this little fucking pit bull fucking going after me. And it was funny because they invited me to have a meeting, and he was there, with his boss, who used to be my mate. Oh, my ace was, so they thought I was turning up on my own. Sit down to have lunch. Oh, I just thought I'd bring Mary with me. Never know when you're going to need legal advice. So I brought my lawyer with me, and you could see them, their eyes look at each other. This ain't meant to happen, you know what I mean? And she just tore shreds off him, and I'm just sitting there going, that's my girl. That's my girl. Never leave home without a gun or a lawyer.
And they're the people that you see on fucking Instagram with the anonymous accounts writing shit in your comments and all that. Like the no profile picture, and they've got just like numbers and whatever.
But you know what, brother? I'll tell you, I love watching that. It's like this. Like these lawyers, I got really good lawyers. There's a firm, and I cannot recommend them enough. Anyone looking for a good lawyer, Arnold Thomas Becker in fucking Melbourne, best. Fight with knuckle dusters on, put mouth guards on, and wear steel cap boots. That's how they fight for their clients, and that's a great description of them. I love them. And they were going after this Warren Strange and his organisation, No More, which he's jumped ship because he's realised it's sinking. All the bullshit's coming out about him and his fucking 6-figure salary, 7-figure salary, or whatever he's on, and government funded and all the bullshit. And and they said, Russell, we're going after him. And they said, we've got him, and it was like, we all celebrated. It was like, yes, because it was just out of jealousy. And it was like, I'm a boy from Mount Druitt who thought they're out their lane. They're getting used to me now because I ain't going nowhere. And I said that's a thing I said on Australian Story after. I said, they want me out of this. They want me in Long Bay Prison on a muster line, and I ain't going out. And you know what? I think 2 or 3 years ago, I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still doing what I'm actually gone better since that, because people who won't fuck it, they're saying that about you. They must be fucking, because that's what they do. They shut down people who they try to shut them down, and good luck, because I'm coming at you again, and And I'm going to tell you something. I've never disclosed this. I'm going to be a partner of my own law firm soon. In Queensland at the moment, they put all those regulations and law in that we can't work on it. Well, I'll be back up there soon. And I'm going to let them know that I'm a partner in this law firm. And I'm going to let them know that if you're doing a shit job, come to us. Don't go to them. It's all right. We'll look after you. They won't. They're shit bags. Man, Queensland has always been the home and the beautiful people up there in Queensland. And I don't like Ray Hadley, but I'll agree on with him with something. And I've spoken to him about it, right? Queensland's always been the home for soft sentences for pedophiles. Queensland's got a prison up there called Walston Prison, right? It's got 900 sex offenders that associate freely on a daily basis, swap war stories. If that was 900 bikies, there'd be an uproar. That's the most dangerous. You've got to separate them. They'll be talking about criminal behaviour, but they'll allow the pedophiles to do it.
They got Daniel Morgan's.
He's there. Whole heap of other fucking super grubs are there, and they all associate and they all talk about it because I'm here to tell you, bank robbers, drug dealers, everyone sits around talking about the crime and they're no different. So they are getting better at what they do, how to perpetrate. So they're planning, there's a bunch of them right now planning how to get out and perpetrate more. And that Queensland government don't do nothing. And I've seen that fucking recent that resignation of that, the premier up there, and rightly so. She, the sentencing up there is ridiculous. They just get slaps on the wrist. They have their own jails. They're treated with fucking preferential treatment. You can't look at a pedophile the wrong way, or the screws will jump on your head. They teach them pedophiles what they do. And here's another thing. They've got two police forces up there. One's called Task Force Maxima that investigates coppers. I think there's about 124 coppers on that. We've got Task Force Argos that investigates pedophiles. I think there's about 20. So the disparity and how high, like they think, you cannot tell me, I don't care what people say, bikies don't pose a bigger threat than pedophiles. Pedophiles create bikies. Pedophiles create criminals. Pedophiles create fucking violent people, drug addicts, and these Queensland people, no, it's, the spirit of JB Occupeterson's alive and well in Queensland, let me tell you. Fucking redneck fucking parliament.
There's a lot of investigations going on into the murder investigations, like the forensics up there as well. I don't know if you've heard about Shandy's story where they butchered like the handling of the case and that kind of thing. So there's a lot to answer for.
They fuck it up there, man.
Yeah.
And that's, people talk about, they ask me about my business acumen, and I say, mate, go and spend jail time in Queensland. If a prison officer can fuck up the most easiest task possible, they will find the hardest possible way and they will regulate the fuck out of the most easiest thing to do to slow up the process and get 5 other people employed to. Sometimes it's just a matter of fucking, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we need an application form. We got to fucking run it by the CSU or WXYZ and the fucking Triple Z, fucking he's got to approve it. It's like, fuck off. And I do, and I take a lot out of the prison officers. I learn a lot from them about how not to fuck things up, because they are the biggest fuck ups you'll ever come across. And that's true. My business, I left school at 14. Today I've got a business and I employ a whole heap of people I work with. My son come with me one day and we're in this fucking big oak boardroom barrister's fucking joint. And I'm sitting there in a Hugo Boss tracksuit and they're in there fucking smart. And my son's whispering, he said, Dad, do you feel out of place? I said, no, not at all. I said, I'm as good as any of these on any given day. And he said, they got all these degrees. I said, fucking means nothing to me. I've got street knowledge. It's 10 times better than what they've got.
Yeah.
I've got lived experience. They've got nothing on me. It's not that I think I'm better than them, but I don't think I'm worse.